Will the human race be able to survive the attacks of the vicious Ravenii? Or will they face extinction? Let's find out. What's up guys, Kenny and Gaia here, and back with a review of this new game called Extinction. I want to say a special thank you to Iron Galaxy for providing me a review code for this game, and giving me the opportunity to play it and show it to all you guys. Just to show you again the format of this review, I cover 3 aspects of the game: story, gameplay, and graphics, and I rate each segment out of 10. Then, I give my overall scoring, which I will round up or down. And I will also explain who should buy this game and when you should buy it. As always, this review is spoiler free. Extinction is a single player giant slaying game. You play as Avil, one of the last members of an ancient mythical group called the Sentinels, who have been taught logic defying skills, from basically Spider-Manning it from building in trees to flying? Sure. All in the name of killing a threat that is attempting to kill the whole human race, the Ravenii. The Ravenii are these giant brutes that sole purpose is to ruin your day and destroy anything that is related to being a human. But, there's something that I want to point out. They are total ripoffs of orcs from Warcraft. I mean, look, that's literally a giant-sized orc. I smell a lawsuit. It's your job as a part of the Ancient Sentinels to, well, how should I put it? Relieve their big heads from their heavy burdened shoulders. Yep. So let's start with the story. The story is thrown in the back for this game. And when I mean in the back, I don't mean in the back seat. I mean in the trunk where the spare tire is. It's not that the story is bad, it's just that there's, well, not a lot of it to judge on. You're kind of just thrown into the story and you're given snippets of what has happened to lead to this point. But that's about it. You're thrown into a mission, then you converse with another character here, then you start the mission. There is very little actual cinematics and scenes, other than the previously mentioned story snippets that are animated. Other than that, all the game's story is located in this area before each mission. The gameplay was the main point of this game, and you can see that in regards to the story being almost kind of just shoehorned in. The real tragedy, however, is that the gameplay is actually pretty good, except, there isn't a lot of variety to it. At the start of the mission, you're randomly plopped somewhere in the kingdom. You get the shoehorned story preface chatter, and then the mission starts. Most of the missions are the same. Kill the giant Ravenii trying to destroy the city. To do this, you have to collect what is called rune energy for a rune strike. You collect this energy by saving civilians, killing the mini Ravenii, removing the armor off the giant Ravenii, and also chopping off the Ravenii's limbs. But these orcs, I mean Ravenii, take a chapter out of Piccolo's book. You can chop off a limb, but after about 10 seconds, it grows back. Then, he's back to smashing things again. Oh joy. When you fill your rune strike gauge, you can use what's called the kill strike. Get to the Ravenii's neck, jump in the air, and Beyblade his head off. At times, this game makes you feel absolutely killer. Jumping and dashing side to side, slowing time down, chopping limb from limb, and then relieving the head of this 150-foot beast looks and feels purely cinematic. It really feels like a cross between Attack on Titan and the original hack and slash of God of War. But sadly, the game gets very repetitive. Killing the Ravenii and defending towers from the Ravenii are really the only type of missions to do, with a few exceptions, and building up the kill strike and chopping off their head is really the only way they take them down. Sure, you get different armored Ravenii that requires you to break locks or require you to Spider-Man to their back, but overall there really is no variance. Save civilians, chop off armor, climb to the neck, off with the head. Save civilians, chop off armor, climb to the neck, off with their head. Civilians, armor, neck, head. Civilians, armor, neck, head. Over and over and over and over again. See, the game provides sequences that make you feel epic, but it's very limited and very repetitious, which makes your actions feel, well, not so epic, sadly. The game also includes daily challenges and leaderboards to compete with your friends in different kinds of game modes. But once again, it's the same: save civilians, remove armor, get to the neck, and once again, chop it off. When the game cooperates, you feel unstoppable. but bugs, awkward camera, and some controls make it downright confusing at times. The graphics, however, are actually half decent. It captures a feeling very similar to the aesthetics to Fortnite, with a bit more of an anime-esque feeling to it that makes it its own charm. However, though some of the particle effects are really nice, some are just downright lazy. And one thing that is inexcusable is the massive amount of frame rate drops and literal freezing I experienced with this game. I was playing this on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it still froze and had massive frame drops. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 frames, I'm talking the game dropped to 10 frames per second. When you have games that have almost perfect graphics like Horizon Zero Dawn and the upcoming God of War that have little to no frame rate drops on the PS4 Pro and even on the standard console compared to this game, then someone's not doing their job correctly. So let's get to the breakdown. The story gets a 4 out of 10. There is no explanation to basically anything, and it feels shoehorned in at the last minute. What is there is alright, but like I said, there is not enough of it for me to really get a good judgment on it. The gameplay gets a 6 out of 10. At times, the game makes you feel like a complete and total boss, but it gets old when that epic moment is repeated literally the same way, with the same type of creature, with every single mission. The graphics gets a 6 out of 10. The graphics hit the level that is normally good, but due to some sloppy particle effects and frame freezing and just frame drops in general, brings the score down quite a bit. Honestly, I felt this game could have been amazing with more time put into it. Don't get me wrong though, I had my fun with it, but I think if another 2 years was given to really smooth out the gameplay, add more content, and to really enhance the story, I think this could have been a fantastic game. But it feels like an over-ambitious game that only had enough time to nail a few things right and then was repeated over and over again through the whole game. But overall, I give this game a 6 out of 10. I rounded the score up to 6 because it was able to really nail some of those epic moments that made me hooked to keep playing. So I felt the 5 was a little too low of an overall score. If you're huge into Attack on Titan, then you might like this game. Same with Shadow of the Colossus, but even then, I would wait for this game to go down in price because it is a full price $59.99 game, so I would wait before picking it up. It's not worth paying full price. If you can borrow it, then please do, and if you can still rent it somewhere, then do that too, because honestly, it did not take me that long to finish. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below and let me know what you thought of the game and this review. And click subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And please don't forget to possibly donate to my Patreon because I'm starving and I need food. Bye-bye!